Folks, silver is on a tear right now, and it's not looking like it's slowing down anytime soon. We are up to $30.91. It was just $27.93 last week. We are talking about a huge rally going on, and in this video, we're going to break down why, but also more on top of that. We'll be covering what is happening and what made silver jump up so much, and then we're going to be covering another article from the Jerusalem Post, why silver prices are set to explode, insights from Chris Ritchie. Folks, you have to subscribe, not for my sake, but for your own. I will do the hours of research per day, making sure you are in the loop, along with giving you opportunities to win some of this shiny stuff for free. Click one button, which is subscribe, and you have a chance to win silver shipped straight to your front doorstep. And if you want a chance to win monthly silver, every single month I do a silver giveaway over at the Secret Silver Society, which is a secret group for silver stackers, and it's really cool over there. We have the live membership discussion board where we all hang out in the members board and we chat together and talk and share photos of our stack and everything under the sun. And on the 31st of every month, each member has a chance to win silver, which is just, it makes the group even that much more exciting because you're always getting a chance to win along with making friends. So patreon.com/silverslayer, go jump over there. I'll see you in the group. And if you were thinking about getting some of that shiny stuff but didn't know where a safe, reliable, cheap place was with great customer service, well, look no further because my phone is on 24/7. You can place an order at 4 a.m. on a Sunday night if you wanted with me, and I will do it. If it's like 4 in the morning, I might be sleeping, but I'll call you back when I wake up in the morning. 330-485-6172 or email me slayer@milesfranklin.com. I'll send you a price sheet. I have been selling a lot of silver lately. I'm saying my phone has not gone 15 minutes without ringing. I have to put it on silent while recording this video and probably have to call back a few people, but it's been incredible. I save everyone's phone number, I save their name, and I've been building a lot of relationships. It's more than just placing an order. We are building friendships as well, so hit me up. I will take care of you. Now, let's jump straight into this article. Thanks for sitting through all those announcements. Now, first, let's look at why silver is doing what it did. This article came out today. It's fresh off the press from investing.com. Silver prices surge amid mixed U.S. producer price index data and rising Indian import demand. Now, we're going to see India and countries like China as well, stockpiling silver. But why? Why are all the countries in the BRICS nations buying boatloads of silver? Silver prices rallied 2% on Thursday, trading around $29.30 following the release of mixed U.S. producer price index, or the PPI data for August, while the monthly PPI rose by 0.2%, exceeding expectations. Annual figures were lower, causing the U.S. dollar to weaken and boosting precious metals. In addition, India's silver imports set to nearly double in 2024 due to increasing demand from solar panel and electronic sectors. And this surge in imports alongside declining inventories has contributed to strong support for global silver prices, which are nearing decade highs. The combination of weaker U.S. economic data and robust industrial demand is driving silver's bullish momentum. And this is what I've been calling for since the beginning, since 2019, when I really got, when I really got hooked into the world of scarcity or the silver shortage. I put two and two together. Silver has gold's benefits, which is, right, the economy, the dollar collapsing, weaker U.S. dollar, but also industrial demand. As we advance digitally, technologically, we're seeing all these countries and people and businesses and banks and all billionaires buying all this silver, but supply is diminishing. Low supply, high demand does what? Pushes the price up. So silver has two things going for it. Key highlights: silver jumps 2% following the release of the U.S. producer price index data. U.S. dollar weakness spurred by inflation. India's imports set to double. In addition to U.S. inflation data, rising demand for silver is providing further support. Finally, silver's upward momentum is supported by weak US dollar performance and surging demand from India, while prices approach decade highs as global demand grows. So that's what's happening right now with silver's price. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on Monday when the markets open back up, but stay tuned because on Monday I will be covering it. So now let's jump into this article from the Jerusalem Post: Why Silver Prices Are Set to Explode, Insights from Chris Ritchie. Discover why Chris Ritchie believes the industry is undervaluing silver and gold and how his company is paving the way for a new era. Now, I don't really want to promote, but I do want to see what he has to say. In a recent interview on Sprout Money YouTube channel, Chris Ritchie, the president of Silvercrest, challenged traditional thinking in the precious metals industry by discussing his company's innovative approach to managing their balance sheet. Seasoned financial markets, over 15 years experience, brings a unique perspective to the table. Okay, now let's look at the key takeaways. He has a bullish outlook, and this is driven by factors like rising national debt and devalued fiat currencies, a silver supply deficit exceeding 700 million ounces over the past 2 years, coupled with the lack of investment in new mines, could significantly impact future supply. And that's such an insane number. A 700 million ounce deficit in just the last few years alone. That is insane. That's nearly how much we dig up out of the ground on a good year, around 850 million ounces on a good year. So here's a bullish outlook for precious metals. The interview delved into Ritchie's bullish outlook on precious metals, particularly silver. He pointed to concerning trends like the ever-increasing U.S. national debt, which has seen the debt ceiling raised a staggering 74 times since 1960. This, coupled with the broken down state of monetary policy, leads Ritchie to believe that governments have no choice but to, quote, print their way out of their current predicament. And this is what I've talked about before. I've used the statement, we are getting ourselves out of debt by replacing it with more debt. That's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. It's going to catch up, and it has caught up. And when we are starting to see other countries around the world, where you remember the USD is the world's reserve currency, so it's only and is backed by nothing, so it's only as strong as people think it is. So if people start to think the dollar's not strong, it literally is not strong. And that is exactly what happened. COVID really exposed how broke we are. But now we see other countries opting out, de-dollarization. Countries like Russia, who completely cut ties with the dollar, trading and other things. And now we have the huge BRICS meeting in October, which is announcing their new currency, the unit. It's going to be called the unit, which is backed by 40% gold and other assets, which is interesting because then on October 1st, Fed announced that all banks have to hold at least 4.5% of gold or a tier 1 asset in their banks. So we're trying to combat the BRICS currency that is a very strong currency backed by real money. And now instead of the 0% mandate that we are entitled to hold in our banks, 0% has to be held with anything of real money. Now we are switching into 4.5% to try to challenge that and strengthen our dollar, which 40% to 4.5% is laughable. And that just shows. But anyways, the continuation of something like that's gone forever, Ritchie states in the interview. I'm just a believer in this trend continuing on. And yeah, I don't see how we can, how we can get ourselves out of this, especially with the vision we have moving forward. The vision has nothing to do with trying to spend less, or I guess give less money to these other countries, less of the hundreds of billions of dollars, or try to figure out how we can actually fix our monetary system. It's only seeming like we are putting ourselves in a worse situation, and it is not a situation that's fixable. That's why I say there's no solution to the problem. There's only an alternative, and that alternative is precious metals. So here's the silver supply deficit, a looming challenge. Ritchie highlighted a critical factor that could further propel precious metals prices, a looming supply deficit, pointed out studies by the Silver Institute indicating a collective silver deficit exceeding 700 million ounces over the past 2 years. Further exacerbating this deficit is a lack of investment in new mine development. And by the way, I'll be interviewing a silver miner of one of the biggest silver miners. This mine is in Canada, it's Dolly Varden. Sean Kuhn is sitting on boatloads of underground silver. So it's going to be very interesting to to actually talk to him again and pick his brain on silver mining, since he is a silver miner, one of the biggest, shares land next to Hecla and all the top dogs. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Make sure you guys go check that out. I actually interviewed him last week, about a week and a half ago. Just type in like Silver Slayer, Sean Kuhnken or something, because that was interesting as well. He shared some very interesting insight on silver mining. But anyways, the global financial crisis significantly dampened investor enthusiasm, resulting in dearth of new projects entering the pipeline. The current inflationary environment further complicates the matter, as existing mines struggle to maintain profitability due to rising operational costs. So that's definitely the situation we're going to see continue to happen. Producers will turn into the consumers, and consumers will turn into the producers. The people like you and I that want the silver will be able to sell it to the people that need the silver. Like, I was talking to someone on the phone yesterday, and they were mentioning that, when silver gets to 100, let's say even 200, $400,000, who's going to buy it? I said, well, industry will, big tech will. AI is advancing so fast. You think we're just going to cut off AI? You just think we're not going to make the newest, latest iPhone because we don't have enough? We're just going to stop, or Elon Musk is just going to halt the production of Teslas because silver's too expensive? No, they need silver. We need silver to advance, especially with solar panels and everything. No matter what the price is, they will pay it because it's valuable. Why do people buy gold at $2,600 when it's not when it has no value? It makes a lot more sense that people would buy silver at $1,000 since it's very useful compared to gold. It makes no sense that people pay $2,600 for an ounce of gold when gold just sits on people's, sits in vaults and is worn on people's, necklaces and watches and earrings and stuff. Gold has no use. So if people are willing to pay gold, $2,600 for gold, they damn sure as well will for silver, since silver is the most highly conductive metal and it's needed to make the world go round. So that's definitely something that I think is a lot more realistic. And when things go higher, people get desensitized and are more likely to buy it. Just like right now, silver's up to $30.92. I get a lot more phone calls. If silver was down to $27, my phone would not be ringing. People only buy from me when the price is going high. It's a very interesting and psychological aspect of investing, but I do get it. I get it. People want that validation, but that's just how it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I'm trying to make it short and sweet because I have some other videos I still need to do and some phone calls to answer. Remember, folks, you can email me, slayer@milesfranklin.com, or call me 330-485-6172. And make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Go check out the Secret Silver Society if you want to join a membership. Patreon.com/SilverSlayer. I'll post a link in the description. It's a lot of fun over there. And, the last giveaway we did was a silver price guessing contest. Everyone had like 1 week in advance to set their prices in, to guess what silver's closing price would be on the closing day of Friday on the COMEX, and whoever got closest to the nearest penny won. So I think that was a really fun way to do a giveaway. And, everyone had a lot of fun doing it and guessing and seeing how close they were. So yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.